Scientists led by Robert Lazat of the Advanced Cell Technology in Massachusetts adapted a technique called pre-implantation genetic diagnosis to create stem cells without destroying the embryo. Lonza declared, "We think that with the right resources, we have the capacity to create as many stem cells as the scientific community needs without having to harm any embryos whatsoever." 50% of the people asked to respond to this believe this breakthrough should cause the Bush administration to change its position on stem cell research. This brings down my opponent's point that stem cell research damage embryos, because if federal funding could be lifted, more research could be done to find methods that did not damage the stem cells. There is also a built-in presumption in reality at intention that even most of the transferred embryos will die. As for the embryos that aren't transferred, they get destroyed or frozen indefinitely, unless that is they used for stem cell research. So basically, if the cells aren't used at the in vitro fertilization clinics, they are thrown away. So what's the difference in destroying the cells using stem cell research than throwing them away? My next point is that my opponent said that the killing of the stem cells or embryos would cause more deaths than the benefits of the research. Well, according to Bonchek Lawrence, in New York City, more people succumbed to various illnesses in 3 weeks than died in 9/11. In regard to the potential of stem cell research, there is a certain irony in using the term pro-life to describe a policy that would sacrifice countless people suffering from a myriad of diseases to save fertilized eggs. Even if we regard excess pre-embryos as humans, we should see them not only as what they are, doomed clumps of cells that they will never be implanted in a uterus nor develop there. Their potential as humans, but can be foot soldiers in the global war against disease. The former president's opposition to their use in that war can therefore be viewed as incompatible with his duties as commander-in-chief. So basically I'm saying that by not allowing federal funding for stem cell research, more people will die. Okay. And in July of 2005, Bush vetoed the Stem Cell Research Enhancement Act, which had been approved by the House of Representatives and the Senate. It sought to allow federal funding for embryonic stem cell research on cells derived from human embryos that have been donated from in vitro fertilization clinics and were created for the purposes of fertility treatment and were in excess of the clinical need of the individuals seeking such treatment. So basically they were leftover embryos. Bush banned federal funding on false information. Bush was reported to be leaning against federal funding of stem cell research, given opposition from some political conservatives and the Roman Catholic Church. So basically, Bush made his decision more based on religious views than political views. And this is a point on why the religion in this topic is too involved. From the perspective of the freedom of religion, embryonic stem cell research should be supported with federal funds. In America, we recognize that religious opinions may vary. An effort to impose one sanction of religious view on the general population actually threatens the separation of church and state. Those with religious objections to stem cell research are free to refuse the therapies, but the rest of us must be free to benefit from them. So in conclusion, the ban on federal funding should be lifted because it will save more lives than the embryos it damages. Thank you.